Okay, so I bought this cabinet at Ikea. It's got mesh sides, and this was my idea for storing all of our electronics in the living room and trying to organize all the cords. So this has a metal back and a glass front door, and the sides are this metal mesh. So my husband, very nicely, got a hole saw and drilled holes in the back. It comes with 2 shelves, and I bought a couple of risers so I can put two electronic devices on one shelf. And now he's using a grinder because after we cut the holes in the metal, the edges were really super jagged. So now he is using a grinder, and like he already ground that one, and it does take some of the paint off, but that's what we got. Now he's going to go and use this grinder right around the middle. That way nobody will hurt their fingers or anything while we're trying to put the cords through. And then we're going to spray paint it with this Rust-Oleum, and it'll look great. Okay, so it looks pretty good. He's got most everything. You know, it's probably not commercial grade, and if we're not careful, we'll probably cut our finger on the back, but once we get it all done, nobody's going to touch it, so time to paint it. Okay, just spray painting very lightly over the metal, the bare metal. Nobody's going to really see the back, but no sense in not doing it right. That looks pretty good. Okay, since most of the shavings are on the inside, we're going to just run a vacuum and get it cleaned up first. You're so nice to do these projects for me. And there's always a new project, isn't there?
Yes.
That looks pretty darn nice.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Try to open the door when you paint the back so it doesn't go through and hit the glass.
Okay, we can get that off the glass. A few little touch-ups. Okay, so now we just have to let it dry. And then we'll take it in the house, put the shelves back in, and run the wires through the back. And hopefully it'll be a lot better looking than the mass of wires and cable box and router and modem that we have right now. Okay guys, what do you think? Are you excited? You're excited, aren't you, honey? How about you, baby? Are you excited? Yep. Yep. It's gonna look really good. Right, June? Yep, one more project. Okay. Okay, so this is where we're gonna put the cabinet. And this is kind of the mess that we were dealing with. We've got the cable box, the little Samsung One Connect, our router, and our phone modem, and of course a power strip. And we had it up here, but it was just like that, only up here. So this is going to be its new home, and hopefully it'll look really nice. Okay, so now we've got the cabinet in place, and God, I wish my voice would come back. As you can see, we've got the router on the top shelf, and then I bought these little shelf organizers at Amazon, on Amazon. So unfortunately, they're such a good fit that I had to actually assemble them inside the cabinet. But they are very nice. They're white metal perforated shelf organizers. So I was able to put my Samsung Connect up there, and then our cable box. And then I've got an empty shelf here for the DVD player that I'm going to get. And then there's our phone modem on the bottom. So right now it looks like the back is still kind of a mess of wires. And I was gonna put the power strip inside, but instead I've got this metal holder, so it just mounts on with a magnetic holder. But still, these wires are just a little bit still too messy for me. And so what I did is I ordered some shorter coaxial cables off of Amazon, and they should be here tomorrow. Amazing how fast that is. So it's looking pretty good so far. I like to get everything pretty organized. It helps keep everything cleaner. So let's close the door there, and it will be a lot better looking after I get this mess of wires shortened up. Okay, let's wait for the new wires to get here. Okay, so here's our finished project, and I'm not for sure finished since I am constantly changing my mind about things, but we did end up mounting it on the wall. I do like to get things off of the floor because it just makes things easier to clean. And since it is off the floor, I might cut the legs off just because they look a little bit weird hanging out there. We did put them on 2 shelf brackets, which I'm not convinced is the best idea, but we do want it to be removable so that we can get to things in the back. And my husband mounted it about an inch away from the wall and put a little inch spacer block back there. This cabinet does come with a hole in the back, and it does have this little cap covers the hole and like a little washer that this clips onto to cover it. I did do the haven't got the paint off the door yet, but I did put in shorter coaxial cables and Ethernet cables, which made it a lot easier and a lot more organized. Not so much cords and cables to wind up. And you know, these shelf organizers from Song Mics that I got on Amazon are just beautiful. They actually look like they're part of the cabinet. So that perforated white metal just worked out so good. I also ended up mounting the power strip to the wall, as well as this big block that is part of the cable box power cord. And then I just am covering it all with this white cable wrap, which I'll do a better job of that later. But they're pretty interesting. They're power strip holders by Solwit that I got off of Amazon, and basically they slide up and off, so you can actually take it off the wall and then put it back on in case you need to, you know, move it or do something. I did use some Velcro to run the cables to the television, and might come up with a better idea than that too. This cable wrap is, you know, it's not the best looking thing, and I'm still going to work on it, but it does kind of help blend into the wall. So I've got some more coming to hopefully make it a little bit more, a little better looking than that. But this cabinet, this IKEA cabinet, is called Bagebo, and it, like I said, it does have perforated metal mesh sides, which are really good for ventilation with all the electronics in there. But I am really happy with it. We're not professional video makers, obviously, since I keep having my fingers in the screen, and we're making a lot of mistakes. But pretty much we're just making this video because we think this is a really great idea. It's a little IKEA hack on using a cabinet. I was going to use a different kind of cabinet from IKEA, and when I got there, it just didn't seem to work really well, and I wasn't going to be able to replace the glass with the mesh. So I ended up just kind of wandering around because it's so hard to get out of IKEA that you can't help but wander around. And then I saw this, and I thought, that's perfect. So thank you to my husband again for helping me with another project, since they are ongoing. And I hope everybody enjoys this. And if somebody is able to make this into, make it work even better, I would love to see it. Okay, good luck.